Welcome to the Other Dads podcast. Two first-time fathers trying not to screw this up. Welcome back to the Other Dads podcast, episode 10. No?
Nope.
Episode 9.
Episode 9.
Man, we got to get that right. We are glad you're here. Yeah, we got a fun show prepared. I'm Christian and joined by my co-host.
Do I come in? Josh.
Yeah, that's Josh. And we're excited you're here. Good to see you again. So let's go over what.
Hey, if this is your first time tuning in to the Other Dads podcast, Christian, why don't you tell them a little bit about what we're doing here?
Yeah, we're two first-time fathers trying not to screw this up. We're figuring this journey out together. Two great friends, learning how to be dads. I'm currently a dad of a 1 month old. His 1 month birthday was on Friday, and Josh is awaiting the birth of his child that we don't know what it is. But yeah, so the lineup this week, game of the week and brews per usual. Then we're going to get into kind of some catch up on what we've learned this week, and then the return, the coveted, the often talked about return of the birth simulator. This time I'll be asking the hard hitting questions and Josh will be answering them.
Big shoes to fill.
Yep. And the return of Dr. Bill.
Dr. Bill. I was hoping he'd be back.
Yeah, he'd be back. He travels, he serves two regions, Northern Virginia, Virginia Beach. He bounces back and forth. And then we're going to end with some segments. Dr. Rick, I'm Not a Dad, a new segment we're going to hear about. For Dad's Ears Only, another new segment. Parenting I saw this week, observations from strangers, vocab of the week, and did you see the fellas? That was a mouthful. We may not do all those.
Yeah, I mean that is a lot. We'll see if we can get through them all.
All right. So, Josh, first things first, we have a game to pick.
That's right. And this is another big one.
Tell them about the game.
We have the games only keep getting better here at the Other Dads podcast. As you remember, 2 weeks ago we had Charlotte Hornets Summer League against the Chinese national summer team.
Yeah, so that was the beginning of the journey. And now tonight,
it's kind of a trilogy of classic sports. I mean, all these games will probably be on ESPN Classics next week. Last week we had the Home Run Derby, an exhilarating draft. I know I heard from a lot of listeners that they love that. And then tonight we've got the G League Championship. Christian, would you say this is more important or less important than the in-season tournament championship?
Oh, definitely more. Some of these guys are playing for spots right now. I really do think this is full circle. I think the Chinese national game was like the second game, and now we're seeing the last game, and these are the only two games I watched the whole time of Summer League.
I haven't caught any action other than the Chinese National League team. But it's the championship. We got two undefeated teams, two powerhouses.
I don't know how that happened.
Blue Bloods of Summer League, the Memphis Grizzlies and the Miami Heat. Let me get the coin toss going here.
Okay, before you do the coin toss, I want to protest the generator. I finally had enough. And
what's the record now? You're down 5-2, is that right? No, 6-2.
Yeah, you said 5-2. I was pretty pumped, to be honest. I think it was 6-2. And I think I've won a single coin flip. One time.
It hasn't been good.
And therefore, I want to use an actual coin because this thing doesn't lie. And it's fine. If I lose to a real coin, I'll take it. But I'm tired of this generator.
I will say, I don't know if this needs to be put to a vote, if we need to get the listeners involved. I personally, while the coin does not lie, humans lie. And I can't see the coin from the camera here. So I don't know if you're telling me the truth. You could be flipping it as you catch it. There could be a double-sided coin. Could have a double tails coin. I don't know.
Scout's honor, man. That's all I got to tell you. Friend to friend. I think we've got to do this for the sake of me ever trying to win any of these.
How about this? If it's heads, we go back to the generator.
No. That's no. If it's heads, I'm honest.
Okay. All right. Let it rip.
If it's tails, I'm still honest.
Mhm. Sure.
It's tails. Okay. You can.
Okay.
Oh, oh,
I mean, this
oh, oh! I dropped it. You can see
show me the other side.
A-
Show me the other
Arizona.
side.
Other side is heads.
That looks like 2 tails to me, folks.
No,
Let the listeners know.
finally I win, and this is the worst one ever to win because I legitimately have no clue who these players are. We're gonna go with the Heat. One guy scored all 7 points in a row to start the game.
Yes. Yes, I get my guy. I get my team, the Memphis Grizzlies. Easy lock. Been following them the whole 5 games here, and they've had a great season.
Well, I'm glad I got that out of the way. I'm glad I finally won a coin toss. I've got a chance. All right, and Bruce, what are you drinking this week, Josh?
I've got another I think I have another Other Dad's First. You had the vino last week. I was not feeling the alcoholic beverage tonight.
Oh,
Unfortunately, my only option to do that and to keep it with the theme here was back to the Blue Moons,
uh,
and, I couldn't do it, so I've got Virginia's Finest left over from bachelorette party last week. I've got a Bold Rock,
nice little cider action, huh?
little apple cider.
All right, all right.
What about you? Is it DC Brau?
No, I have well, I think 2 more of those, but I just wanted to switch it up for the listener's sake. It's another DC beer though. Let's see, what's this? What's this brew? I don't know what the brewing company is, to be honest with you. It's
You came prepared.
it's called the Senate beer.
Ah,
Tastes like senators. Tastes like old men. Uh, so we'll see. We'll see. How's the Bold Rock?
like a cup of a AJ. Nobody calls it AJ, you know? It's always OJ. AJ gets no love.
Ooh, that's a good beer. Wow.
The Senate. Who's he voting
I
for?
mean it tastes like a PBR. This is amazing.
Oh, really?
Double the price, same flavor. And what if they just repackaged PBR in a cooler case?
I got a feeling you're not gonna be sticking around to pay for those since you couldn't do the extra dollar for the pickle juice.
No, yeah, no, that's a no go. But it tastes amazing. It tastes like my favorite beer ever, PBR. Um, so yeah, I'm happy with that one. A little popcorn afterbirth that kind of afterwards. To be honest, I mean,
Really? Sort of a buttery afterbirth.
yeah, yeah. Well, that's game and brews. And we may not have a lot of live game updates because we don't know most of these players. But I think I love this part of the pod that we have a game on. I think it really facilitates conversation. Just that we're watching a game with my friend and talking about life. So happy to be watching
Yep.
this summer league championship with you. I wouldn't be watching it any other way.
Yeah, you're the only reason I'm watching it. But no, I to your points, I know we talked about episode 1, what's something dads can do. They can have a beer and watch a game. It's kinda similar to, like, you're with the fellas, somebody's got a ball, just throwing it around,
Nothing beats it.
get conversation going. It's kinda, just watching a game, talking about life.
Two updates for the viewers out there that just things to be aware of. One, I got a new mic, so
Heyo.
I didn't get any feedback that it was a bad mic, but I just kind of was jealous that Josh had a cool mic, so I got me a cool mic. And then two,
Walmart clearance finest.
I'm rocking the baby monitor today. Lady A is showering and walking our dog, so there could be some mid podcast breaks for going to hang out with JJ and soothe him, or maybe he'll make his first appearance and come on in here, so into the studio. So
We will not edit it out, so however long it takes you to
oh
quiet him
no,
down, get him back to sleep, that will be on the pod.
it's to be a real test. Well, Josh, I want to tell you about a few things that happened this week. I was listening to last week's episode, and I laughed out loud when I said that this is a vacation. Because man, this week was not a
Woo!
vacation. It's crazy how much 1 week changed my perception of pat leave and just being a dad. It was a tough week, my friend.
Got a little over your skis on that
I
one.
know. I was just a lot of. I mean, I'm optimistic, so I'm still gonna say I love it. It's been good, but but man,
But I am
vacation was the wrong word. I think maybe the sleep's catching up, or I'm not sure. JJ's sleep regression really has taken place, and the weird thing is, it's not at night. He sleeps really well at night. It's just the daytime has been a total wash. I mean, we used to be able to go on excursions like to the market. We used to be able to just take him anywhere in the car on, put him on our body, you had like the little sling, he'd be fine. Now he needs like perfect stillness and quiet and a dark room. It was a tough week. So yeah, I'm eating those words that it was vacation. That is for sure.
Yeah. I feel like it's becoming a consistent theme here. It's like a one step forward, or maybe a two steps forward, one step back each episode.
That's
It's
better,
like
yeah.
2 episodes ago you say something. It's just like the watching the finals, you know? It's like we're gonna watch the finals, we're settling in, and then 2 episodes later you're like, man, we were idiots. So naive. And now it's like sleeping's going great. I'm living the dream. 2 episodes later, what have I done to myself?
Yeah, I mean, I think I live in an existence of being forever naive. I'm because I'm an optimist. I'm just like I'm like ready
Mm,
for it all the time. I want the next challenge, and then the challenge happens, and I'm like, I don't want this. No, it's been a journey, but I wanted to give some advice for those out there, for other people with newborns that go through this. I think it's pretty common at the 2 weeks to have a regression, and I think regressions just keep happening throughout sleep training. I think what I've talked to Angela about, and like I said, and like Josh said, I mean, next week I'll probably eat these words, but I
mm.
do think you can't give up everything for the baby. Like, you know what? I'm just gonna put you on my body and we're gonna go for a walk because I need to go for a walk. Like I can't just stay here and soothe you for the next 3 hours. Like that's not
Yeah.
good for anyone. Like you're not going to bed for me soothing you in this quiet room, and I'm miserable. So like, okay, go ahead and cry on my body while we go for a walk, and then usually he goes to bed. It's like you can really I feel like we were real close to turning hard left and to catering everything to him, and I was trying to steer us back a little bit. Not like it was just Lady A that was making us steer left. I was too, but I'm just saying I tried to steer us back a little bit and say, "Hey, we still have to live. We still gotta enjoy our own
Mhm.
lives." So, but yeah, maybe next week I'll be like, "Screw it, screw our lives." Yeah. So yeah, just want that's some advice out there. I think it's real easy to put yourself last, and but your child will sleep, your child will eat, you'll get through it.
Mhm.
Yeah, not every single fussiness is the end of the world.
Yeah, for sure. Some of the early advice I got, I might have shared it earlier, but on our in our birthing class, the husband that was help leading it just said, you're gonna get angry, and in that time, like, it's okay if you're overwhelmed with, like, emotion because, the baby won't stop crying or fussing or whatever, and you can't fix it, and nothing's working, and, like, you just feel yourself boiling up. It's okay to, like, to step outside, take a breath, gather yourself, like, the baby can cry, the baby can sit there and cry for a couple minutes, like, it's gonna be okay, and I texted you that, and you had a good response. You said, "Yeah, I pet Russ, you pet your dog," so
Yeah, you texted me that.
that helps you
I
calm
was
down.
actively petting Russ because I was having a tough time. But yeah, I think, and to like go to show like what I thought I was, I thought I was on vacation. I had started a patio project. I think the day after we recorded the last podcast, I've made almost no progress since then because it's
Mm,
been hard. But yesterday I was like, no, I'm gonna work on this, and like he will be okay without me soothing him.
mhm.
And he was. He went to bed outside in his little
Yeah,
outdoor sleeper, and it was fine. And
he'll be alright, he's a big kid, he's a big boy.
oh yeah, he weighed in today. We had his 1 month appointment. He came in at 10 pounds 13 ounces. He's gaining with the best of them.
Mm.
Yep, big old feller.
Yeah, I'm just imagining, I'm seeing it now, kind of the Lady A, "Christian, what's going on with the patio?" Just, I'll get to it, I'll get to it.
Yeah, I'm really worried this becomes a 6 month project when it should be a 1 week project.
6 months wouldn't be too bad, honestly. I'm thinking more like second kids here, and we're like, "You know what? That patio still needs some work."
No, I borrowed a lot of these tools from some friends, so I need to return them. So I hopefully I can get it done. All right, last thing before I talk to you a little bit, Josh, about your week is this concept of being overtired.
Mm.
This kind of reminds me of the Peter Griffin "What Grinds My Gears" section of the pod. Just me. This is like I might have this once a week. Just things I hate. I hate the term. I hate that it even is real. I debate that it is real. This concept of babies being overtired. Can you imagine being overtired, Josh, as a person? What does that mean? Being overtired. What would you do if you were overtired, Josh? What would you do?
Is this a safe space?
Yes.
I I think I've had this for 26 years of my life.
No.
I constantly have days like this where it's like, just can't not be sleepy, you know? I'm just always tired and, like, I get angry, but I'm tired,
Well, why don't you go to
but
bed?
then no sleep is I can't, you know?
Alright, well,
Or it's the middle of
this
the
is
day.
not how I hoped this had gone.
I gotta be honest, when you explained overtired to me this week over text, I was like, it was like the toenails. It was like another light bulb for me in my life. Like, this makes sense.
The over Being overtired to me is ridiculous. If you're overtired, go to bed. It's very simple.
Is that what you told JJ?
Yes. I said, "Go to bed, you're tired." And he's mad. That's how it worked. The babies get mad that they're tired. And so then they fuss when they could just go to bed. Here I am singing to you. I'm soothing you. I'm petting your head.
What were you
I'm
singing?
patting your booty. And you know what? You're tired. All these things spell the perfect recipe for sleep. And what does he do? Yell at my face.
Yeah. Hearing about your birth experience didn't get me pumped about this, and, hearing about your week this week did not get me pumped. As a guy who is openly saying I do not like babies crying, this week had me a little nervous.
Yeah, I mean, I think part of it was swinging too far to the catering to like just spending so much time soothing to try to get the last best. That's the thing. Uh, like he can sleep in.
I lost you there. Say that again.
Why does he have to sleep in the bassinet? That's like he can sleep anywhere, but I guess it's the quality of sleep. And anyway, that's what. Oh, a
Where
listener told me this because I was talking to them about how miserable it is getting him into the bassinet. I'll soothe him, and this is what happens. You'd soothe him.
Mhm.
He'd go to
I've heard about
he'd go
this.
to sleep. I'd lay him in the bassinet. He'd wake up. I'd soothe him for 30
Mhm.
minutes. I'd lay him in the bassinet. He'd wake up. I'd pick him up. I'd soothe, and it was like that over and over. So it
Mhm.
ended up taking like hours to put him to bed. And so I was talking to a friend about that, and he's like, "Well, there's a trick. You have to once their eyes close, you have to then start a timer for 15 minutes, and then they're in deeper sleep. So then you lay them in the bassinet, and that has been a game changer.
Mm.
That
That sounds like a lot, though.
and I got other advice to just wear them during the day in the sling, and then they'll sleep in that, and don't even worry about the bassinet. Just
Now, do you have to buy a stopwatch for that, or do you have, like, a big timer?
start the clock, babe. It's like minute to win it. No, I got it on my phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta be honest, I kinda relate to JJ there. It just kinda reminds me of, like, as a kid, and I still do this now, not even really a kid, more like teenage years. Be like staying up late, watching TV on the couch, fall asleep on the couch, get yelled at by mom and dad to go to bed in your bed. But it's like, no, I want to be on the couch. Like,
Yeah.
this is what I want, you know? I feel like it's a similar vibe. They're
And then
just get
when you go
comfortable.
to the bed, then you're
If
awake.
that's right. It's like, why can't I just sleep here? This feels like a good spot to
I
sleep. I'm
agree.
sleeping great right here.
I'm not a big put them in the bassinet guy. That's a thing where it's like that's what the book says is that that's how they get quality sleep.
The books say put them in the bassinet. We say the carpet's fine.
Yeah, man. Nothing beats
Maybe the dog bed.
nothing beats sleeping on the couch.
Mm, nothing. I might sleep on it tonight.
It is nice. It's so nice. All right. That's my what grinds my gears of the week. That's not a segment, but that's what it reminded me of. Overtired. I'm coming for you, overtired.
Overtired. I've got your back. I'm an ally.
uh Josh, how was your week, man?
It was good. I've been getting no pre-labor yet. No pre-labor. Breaking news, no pre-labor. We are in week I don't know what week this is. Is this 38?
Last week was 36. I mean,
Might be. We might be past. It might be 41 right now. I don't know.
so you labor did not start, so you're good. No contractions.
No contractions. No, what do they
Braxton
call it?
Hicks.
Don't tell
Oh,
me. Ah, you
sorry,
told
you
me.
said it.
It
You did.
was on the tip of my
You should have
tongue.
said it first. You should don't tell me and then say what is it.
No Braxton Hicks. But we did watch some had some good combos this week. I finally sat down and watched some of the videos my wife has found, Lady G, about labor and
That's so funny.
you know,
She probably sent you those like 4 months ago.
I mean, I wouldn't say 4 months, but maybe 4
Yeah,
weeks. There's definitely been, like, probably I would say once a week for the past month, it's been like, "Hey, I watched this good video you should watch."
yeah.
And,
Thank
so I'm catching up.
thank goodness for that part of the iMessage where you can just see the videos. I did the same thing. The day before induction, I watched, like, 4 videos.
I well, you mean you know better than anyone how I am when it comes to any type of studying or homework or, uh, preparation.
Very studious.
So yeah, I'm a crammer, and so no surprise it's happening now. But anyways, watched a couple really good videos. Shout out to, I don't know her name on YouTube, but her name is Bridget, I think. I think she's a doula.
Nice, we love
Sure
doulas.
somebody out there has seen her. We do. Not a daddy doula, but I'm sure she supports them. And, yeah, I had kinda 2 main takeaways I've been thinking about as we've watched these videos and just preparing for labor, um, and it all kind of falls under one umbrella, which is that I am very much a male and my wife is very much a female. We definitely think differently about, this process and going into it. The first thing would be music,
Mm.
and 2 ways that plays out. One, when the time comes, I don't know how we don't, like, put on some heavy metal, some classic rock on the way to the hospital. Just get something cranking, maybe some Motley Crue, maybe some Metallica, just getting pumped to get in there and deliver. Like, I don't I'm, like, stoked, you know? I'm like, "Let's do this," and not at all what you want. And so we're looking at some other songs this week, trying to build out a birth playlist,
Nice.
which again, just totally different vibes of what we would I would want versus what she wants. And my idea there was like,
Are you still
uh,
fighting for real estate on the playlist?
not necessarily. I'm fighting for like I'm just pitching ideas, you know. And so what it came down to was I just got back from the gym, and like there's nothing like being in the zone to like a song or something, you know, at the gym or maybe shooting hoops, whatever, you know, your warm up music. And I got home and I was like, babe, I think like during the contractions, would it be better to instead of having like a speaker in the room, would it be better to have like earbuds or headphones? That way you can really like lock in, you know, and focus and like get in the zone for these contractions. And because in my mind, I'm like, I don't want all these distractions of like people talking and medical devices going off and my husband in my ear saying stupid things. Like, I just want to be able to zone it out, you know, and lock in.
How dare her doctor try to say anything to her while she's giving labor?
I mean, n- we'll see what Dr. Bill has to offer, but you know, I think for a while she'll be able to rock it out. I don't know. I mean, she's prepared, but I mean that's a
So
good point.
so
Not every voice needs to be tuned
yeah.
out.
So what'd she say?
Um, that's not what she wants.
Oh, man, big surprise. I'm shocked.
And it's I should have known because, uh, when she goes to the gym, sometimes I'll walk up to her and I'll, you know, put her earbud in my ear to hear what she's listening to, and there's just no sound. I mean, it's might as well be in an elevator. It's the least inspiring, volume I've ever heard in my life. Um, so again, just totally different mindsets towards that, especially towards the music. I am like, "Let's get locked in, get the playlist,
Yeah,
and do this thing."
I mean, you said male, female. I don't know. I'm with Grace. Oh, sorry, Lady G. I at the gym, I listen to audiobooks. I've I listen to funny
Gosh.
podcasts. I've once cried during a bench press because I was listening to a very sad part of a book. So, you know, I don't know. I think just different strokes for different folks, kind of thing. That's just. I bet
Mhm.
there's some
Mhm.
female listeners out there who really love to get locked in, but just happens to not be Lady G.
I'm gonna say no comment on you admitting you've cried during a bench press.
It's fine. I'm not ashamed of who I am. It was a very sweet part of Braiding Sweetgrass by Robin Wall Kimmerer about motherhood that I
You should be ashamed. You should be ashamed.
I finished the set.
Somebody had to help you
No, I
probably.
was fine. And I remember 8th grade track, everyone would be all getting hyped up, listening to intense music, and I was listening to Smile by Uncle Kracker because it made me happy.
Okay. We just need to cut this part. Anyways, my second part where I just was like, "Man, I'm thinking like a man." was we're kind of like going through all of, and we'll get into this probably a little bit with the birth plan, but going through kind of all of our like options of things I can do to support, things I can say, massages, touches, ice chips, whatever.
That's it. That's all you got.
And yeah, well, no, we came up with a good
All
list. I
right.
came up with some other things, which we'll get into later. But I had, I'm embarrassed to admit this. I actually think we're gonna do this because I do think it's a good idea. It just sounds really stupid. But instead of like me trying to remember everything, uh, or like her remember everything, I was thinking, well, I need to like write it down, but like I don't want to write it down on a notepad where like I don't know, I'll be flipping through that or it's small, we can't see it. My plan is to bring like a class, not a classroom size, but like a good sized, maybe like a maybe a 3 by 3 feet
Cool.
whiteboard,
Awesome. Like,
and essentially have our playbook up
yeah, I
there.
love that.
And so at any time, instead of Grace, it's gonna be hard for her to talk, right? I can't read her mind, so I don't want to get in there and try to read her mind and have it, blow up in her face. We can both use hand signals. I could hold up two, maybe, right? Two is massage the neck or whatever. She can hold it up. I could hold it up, and it's a simple shake of the head, a nod of the head. If you want
Are
that,
you worried about
we
signs?
have everything right.
Are you worried about, like, the nurses stealing your signs? Are you gonna do, like, the 3rd number is actually the number?
I haven't thought about that. I do like that. Maybe we'll switch it up, multiple signals. We might even get the college football, get like the four faces. Um, I think we could try that.
My coach always
Like
did,
the well, I know what.
sometimes you touch the watch. That was the signal.
Mm. I just remember my dad always did fist was take.
That was an easy one to pick.
Really easy to remember that one. But yeah, so I have a playbook there that we can both see, big, large font.
Nice.
And again, it's just the purpose of that would be, and Grace is somewhat on board for this. I think we might do it. But it is funny that I just immediately was like, let's get a playbook going here. Let's
I
be able to
love
call
that.
signals out.
Yeah, that's great. You're gonna need its, TV timeout plays. You're gonna have to draw that up.
Yeah, well, we're gonna have a couple out of contraction scripted plays.
Nice.
Uh, you know, get us into our rhythm. If we get out of rhythm with our breathing, we need to go back to what our offense does the best. Maybe it's run, play action, deep ball.
Maybe I mean, we all know we're the best coaches are once the game script's ended, so after the first 2 drives, that's when it really starts.
That's true.
That's great. I love that. That's, bringing the innovation into the room. That's a dad doula if I've ever heard of one.
I will say I did have another thought on the way home. This might have been from the hospital. No, this I don't remember when this was. I take that back. This was after I watched the videos. I had a thought, and you're gonna laugh at this, knowing how much just what's happened so far in this podcast. But I had thought, what if I just became a doula?
When? Like, right now?
I mean, maybe not right now, but you know, what if I just pulled a Zach?
You mean, like, later in life?
No, I mean like
For the birth?
no, no, not in the next 2 weeks.
Okay, okay. Well, then that's not that abstract. Do it. You may have to read, though. I warn you, you may have to read.
Yeah, it sounds like there's a lot of medical and a lot of studies involved. That's not
I'd
me.
hope so. I
But
would
I
hope
think
so.
I think I think if I come in gung ho with the sales pitch of my playbook and locking in with the headphones, that could be a good option.
Everyone loves when someone shows up on day 1 with changing everything.
I'll be a good niche doula. My first question will be, can you lock into some music? If they say no, okay, sorry, I'm not of service for you.
You could be a birth coach, and then when they get you, you actually are just a coach.
that's that's right. All right, huddle up, huddle up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we hired a birth coach. That's me.
Yeah.
Just bring a whistle.
Yep, that's you. That's great, Josh. Alright, Josh, so anything else from those videos you watched?
Yeah, actually, one more thing. I had two thoughts that just made me feel like a stupid man. And then I had one last one. This might be the most egregious of the three. An early kind of vocab of the week. Have you heard of the gate control theory?
No.
Well,
Gate?
um, yeah, gate. No, not the Golden Gate, and not the way that you stride when you run.
Man, I've got ideas here, but I am intrigued.
I actually don't know why it's called that at all. But basically, uh, in the context of labor, it would be you're experiencing a really painful contraction. How do you it's basically doing something else, something positive or pleasurable to take your mind off of the pain,
Mm.
if that makes so that's why, like, touch is a big thing, massage, like, essential oils are popular, smelling something, and so, me and Lady G were talking about this week, and she had some options for that, obviously, and, yeah, I'll say it, I thought, "Well, what about just making out?"
What? That
Because the scientific reasoning, if you care to hear, is
Hear
that
me out.
kissing kissing has releases something
Oxytocin.
that's very good and plush yep, that's it. I knew it. Didn't wanna say it, thought I'd be wrong, but oxytocin and other, you know, nerve pleasure sensors things, all that scientific good stuff. Um, and so that would definitely help distract. Now, the problem that Lady G brought up with that is that it would make it very hard to breathe, and that is kind of where the idea ended. But
Man, she's
in
so
theory,
nice to you.
in theory, I think it could work. And we did agree there could be potential for some pecks, maybe some quick kisses,
Yeah, but
maybe not the middle of a contraction, maybe on the
we
cheek.
all know a peck does not do what a makeout does. Like, who are we
Well,
kidding? A
yeah,
peck is we're married, you know?
yeah.
The logic is there. I think the intensity of what's going on is it makes it all like, I don't think you wanna make out. Not that your wife's not beautiful in that moment, it's just she's in serious pain.
I don't think it's what she'll be wanting, and that's probably why it shouldn't happen, and you know what? I might ask the nurses. I might say, "Hey, have you heard of gate control theory? Has anyone ever tried to make out because of that theory?" See what they say.
There you go.
Maybe Zach
They
knows.
may
Maybe he recommends it.
that
We don't know.
that's gonna get the nurse Zach said the nurses talk, they're gonna be talking if you ask that question. That's the weird makeout guy.
Yeah, maybe I should end with that when I leave.
See ya. Well, glad you learned so much from those videos and your takeaway. I'm sure Grace loved that. I'm sure she's super happy you watched those videos. I just killed a spider. A lot of spiders happening in our pod. Um, Josh, are you ready for the birth plan simulator?
Oh boy, I'm nervous. Um, I am nervous. I'm excited to see Dr. Bill again. I'm ex I warned Lady G before this that, it could get embarrassing. I don't You did really well with no preparation.
I mean, it
I
just
I'm not as
have you
confident.
been listening to your wife or not?
Uh, yes, but, there's a lot to remember.
Well,
But before we get into it, I do wanna remind listeners, for the sake of judgment of me, I did not look at the plan the same way Christian did. I've not looked at the plan. So if I'm wrong, really, you can't hold anything against me. I was only doing what I could with the knowledge that I had.
yeah, I appreciate that. The listeners, that'll totally change how they view you. Thanks to that disclaimer. Um,
It was
yeah, that's a good reminder. Disclaimer once again: no medical advice here, because what you're about to hear is not medical advice. And then, right before we get going, update on the game. At halftime, we're tied, so we've got ourselves a ball game.
Mm.
I'm so glad I fought for that coin flip. I've got a chance.
Mhm. Mhm.
All right, are you ready? To remind everyone, uh, 3 voices you hear from me. One will be Grace or Lady G. That's gonna sound like this.
Whoa, what is she, is she a is she a beach boy? What is that?
She drank some helium.
My
Okay,
gosh,
maybe not.
this is
You want more of a
terrifying.
hot let's go. "Hey, babe." Nope, it's the same voice. That's all I got. That's all I got.
What? I
Hold on,
okay.
let me try another one. Her voice is gonna sound like this. That's better. That's
Whoa,
better.
whoa,
Yeah,
ew,
there we go.
hey,
Yeah,
easy.
there that's what I'm gonna sound like. It's it's kinda moving all over. Um,
It's kind of an old Southern grandma.
Nurse Chris is gonna be, my voice, Nurse Chris.
Nurse
Yep.
Chris. I like
Nurse
it.
Chris, and then, of course, Doctor Bill is going to be the low voice.
Mm, love Dr. Bill. I think you've got 2 of 1 of 2 on the bonus voices. Not feeling the mixture of Lady G with the seductive grandma from the South and
I
the
didn't practice my lady voice.
helium
I'll
helium-filled beach
I
boy.
may find it on the way, so just bear with me. All right, you
Okay.
ready? All right, Josh. As you get settled in, I just wanted to ask, did you bring quarters for the showers?
Nurse Chris, we did not. I did bring some cash if you have a change machine, if we need those. I did not know this was like going to the amusement park. Do we need quarters for the showers?
No, we're a fun hospital. I was just messing with you. But Josh, what are the tunes that we're going to be playing while we're here?
this, this is moving way too quickly for me. Holy cow. You actually had me thinking there was quarters for the
that
showers. I was like, I went to the tour. I saw the showers. I didn't see any quarter
that first
slots.
question was courtesy of male nurse Zach.
Oh,
He
good
got you.
one. All right. All right. All right. Right back into it.
Oh
Question
yeah,
2.
what tunes are we playing while we go into labor here?
Well, Nurse Chris, if that's still
Yep,
you,
that's me here.
it's it's gonna be it's gonna be whatever Lady G's feeling. We got a little bit of everything on the playlist. We got some soundscapes. We got some jazz. We got some upbeat music, and it's gonna be whatever Lady G's feeling. We've got multiple options to listen. I brought my speaker. We've got headphones, but it's gonna be whatever Lady G's feeling.
All right, that's sorry. Okay, that sounds good, Josh. We'll make sure that we can help out with the setup of the sound. Josh, I'm so hungry and I'm in labor. Can we get Papa John's?
Um,
I want
Lady,
Papa John's.
Lady G, Lady G, I hear you. I know you're hungry. The bad news is I ate all of it already. Uh, got my order in earlier when I went out, but I did eat it outside. I didn't want to eat in front of you. But the doctors and their medical expertise have advised that we don't eat, and I'm going to support you in that in some extent. But unfortunately, no Papa John's for you right now.
Uh, but
Can I get
but
you? Can I get you a satiating ice
but
chip?
babe, you promised you wouldn't have Papa John's while I was in labor without me.
Oh shoot, babe. Um, the 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 minor league team won last night, and so it was a 50% discount. So I figured, in the interest of saving money, that you would support it. But I do apologize, and I'm going to make it up for you. You can have my celebration meal.
Hey, Papa fella, this is really important. Is Lady G GBS positive or negative?
Now hold a sec. Who is? Am I Papa Fella?
Yeah, you're Papa fella.
That's what I call my dad. Is he here?
No,
Get out.
no.
That's he's not supposed to be
All
here.
right. Hey, Josh, is Lady G GBS positive or negative? Male nurse Chris here.
Hey, Chris. Say that one more time. Didn't catch you.
Is Lady G GBS positive or negative?
Um, Chris, what? And you said GBS. What does that stand for?
It's not a GPS. It's you know, it's on your birth plan. I don't uh as your nurse, I wasn't that's more of a Dr. Bill question. Dr. Bill, what does GBS mean? GBS stands for Julian Bars, nurse Chris. It's a rare disorder where the body's immune system damages nerves.
Um, hey, Doctor Bill. Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to be here.
She is negative.
Oh, great.
She's negative for GBS.
Ding, ding, ding. Good job. Good recovery. Way to ask the questions.
Thank you.
It's good to ask
That's
questions.
that's what I that's what I figured. Don't be embarrassed. Just ask. What does that mean?
Hey, Josh, Aunt Beth is here to help with delivery.
Out. Get out. Get out, Aunt Beth.
We're at
Leave.
this hospital. We can do that for you. Aunt Beth, get out of here.
Get her out of here. Get the monitors on her so we know when she enters.
Hey, Josh, Dr. Bill here. Would you like a saline?
Hello,
Would
Doctor
you like
Bill.
a saline or a pepper lock?
Doctor Bill, did you say pepper like the seasoning?
So this is just a little joke I had, sorry. It says yeah, on her, birth plan, it said it prefers a saline lock so she can move around, and all I could think about was salt, so I thought I'd get a little pun in there.
Why did you think of salt?
Saline.
What does saline have to do with
Is
salt?
it aren't they related? Saline.
I think saline's what you put in your eyes for your contacts.
No, literally, saline is a solution of salt and water. That's the definition of the word.
That's what goes in the contacts? People have been putting salt in their eyes?
I guess so. Saline is a mixture of sodium
Well,
chloride and water.
um, sorry to ruin your pun.
Yeah, it's fine. Saline or pepper, huh? For those out there, saline lock. That's
Huh?
for all the
Huh?
health nuts out there. All right, back to the program. Oh, Josh, please, please help me, man. Practice some pain management, Josh. What should we do?
Babe, why don't we maybe let's look at the playbook here. I'm thinking we haven't done massage in a little bit. That might help. Maybe let's change positions. Looks like you've been sitting for a while. Let's maybe get up. Let's walk around. Um, I think maybe we haven't done the shower yet. You said you wanted that.
Ah!
God, babe, is it that bad?
Ooh,
Things escalated
ooh,
quickly, babe.
ooh, ah,
Babe, let's
ooh,
get
ooh.
babe, babe, easy, easy. Let's breathe together. Let's breathe. Remember our moo breaths. Ready?
Ooh,
Moo.
ooh,
Ooh.
ooh.
Ooh. If you're still in pain, babe, we can get in the shower. I can get the hot water on your back. You love hot water. You like it so hot that it's painful for me, but if you want it, I can do it.
Thanks,
I'm not afraid to get my shorts wet.
thanks so much, babe. You don't have to wear your shorts in the shower. We're adults. Hey Josh. I just wanted to check in with you. Grace is having some really intense contractions. I wanted to know if Grace would like some pain medication.
Hey, Chris, good to see you. Um,
Back from vacation.
hey, Chris, just real quick, how are you doing? How are how are things going?
No one ever asks. Uh, you know, I'm thinking about moving hospitals. Actually, they don't take care of me here.
Oh, do they take care of the patients?
Good enough. That's why I'm leaving. Anyway, about the pain medication.
Um, you know what, Chris? Why don't I talk with Lady G? Why don't you give us a minute here?
That's passable. In the plan it says Lady G will ask for pain medication if she wants it.
Mm. So that's good because I could have been getting maybe Lady G was out of the room. That probably wouldn't happen, but maybe
Where
Chris was doing this on his
where's
own.
she? Where'd she go?
Maybe Chris was blackmailing me a little bit. I
Lady
don't
G had to
know.
take a call. Where's she at? Why isn't she in the room?
She's taking a lap. She's taking a lap.
But you took it off. You took the lap off. My legs are. These
Well,
dogs are
I got
barking.
the I got the Papa John's. I gotta eat real quick.
Um. Yeah. So I mean, I don't think it's the wrong answer, but I think I would have shut Nurse Chris down. You shut your mouth. All right.
You come to my room, you get my wife's name.
Hey, Josh. It's been 4 hours. I'm back, and I just wanted to know: do you know if Grace has a preferred birthing position?
Hey, Dr. Bill. Yes, she does. Um, I know that it's not on her back. It's definitely not that. Dr. Bill, I think it's on her side.
All right. Good to know. That'll be really helpful during delivery.
Was that right?
Yeah, it doesn't say. So you did better. It just said that she doesn't want the team to put her in a position she doesn't want. Like she wants to make the call. So that's good.
Okay. I honestly have no clue if it's the side, but I'm pretty sure it's not
Yeah,
back.
most people it wouldn't be.
Could be standing, so I don't know.
Most people wouldn't be. Um,
Okay, I'll take that.
all right. Hey, it's time to cut the umbilical cord. Would you like a face shield before sawing it off?
Chris, I was not under the impression that I would be sawing it off.
That's correct. Also, face shield not necessary if you have a good doctor.
Wait, wait, wait. What was correct?
I mean, it was throwaway funny question. It kind of didn't get the reaction I was hoping for.
I mean, it was aggressive with the face shield and the
Yeah.
saw.
All right. Josh, speaking of the umbilical cord, thank you, Dr. Chris, for that funny question. It's a very serious situation. Please
Whoa, Chris, congrats on the
oh
promotion. Doctor.
have some decorum. Um, while we're here though, with the umbilical cord, would you like me to push or pull the umbilical cord for you, Josh?
Dr. Bill. Dr. Bill. Real quick, Dr. Bill, have you been smoking?
No, I have not. I have not been smoking.
Oh, that's better. Um,
So would you like me to push
you
or pull the
you
umbilical cord for your child?
I would like you to, I'd like you to do whatever is safest, I think, for the mother and the child.
Any or rowdy?
We would like in any.
That's not how it's done. Someone suggested that to me the other day. They're like, "How do any and outies happen? Does the doctor push or pull them?" Just,
Mm.
just another little funny in there. These aren't really.
Man, I'm getting a lot of trick
These ones,
I'm getting a lot of trick
these ones aren't
questions.
really landing the way.
But this is good. This is good. I need to be prepared for the worst case.
All right, congratulations on your baby. We're gonna take it away to the nursery. Is that all right with y'all?
No, absolutely not, Chris. Give me my baby. It's time for the
Your
golden
baby
hour.
is being stolen. Your baby is being stolen.
Okay, quick! Hey, Dad in 202, you're needed. It's time. Assemble.
Well done. Well done.
That man has my baby.
Well done.
That was great alarm noise there.
Yeah, no. Well done, Josh. I think you did a good job. I think you hint.
Is
Yeah,
that it? Did I do it?
I that was all I had. Yeah. Probably
Wow.
too
Whew.
many joke questions in there. You're probably not as prepared as you could be.
I don't know if I'll be able to determine what's real and what's not
Every
real
question
during
they
the moment.
ask.
Because I'm also really bad at that when I'm with someone I don't know and they like do the whole joke up front. Like when a waiter does
Oh
that,
man.
eh, I never pick up on it, and then I always look like an idiot. So if there's a funny nurse, I could be toast.
I think you did good. I think generally your deference to Grace, to Lady G, that's the right move. And that's what you had.
Mhm.
You never said anything wrong. You know what I mean?
Uh, that's not totally true. I ate the
All
pizza.
right. Yeah, you did eat the pizza.
That was by
I
far
love
the
that
worst.
you
You
fabricated a whole story I didn't even ask you to fabricate. I didn't say the pizza's here. You just said I already ate it.
I mean, there's a good chance that there's pizza at some point.
No,
You tricked me there though. That was good though.
no, I think your deference to say, "Hey, what Lady G says goes. Let me consult with Lady G." Um, no, I mean, I think a lot of what she had said is that to defer to her. And then there's some
Mhm.
general things in the plan, like to not do things unless necessary. So those aren't as the questions aren't as important there. But yeah, the not taking them away to the nursery, that's a big one. I know that was very clear in the birth plan that your baby will sleep in with you guys.
So did I not answer that right? I was thinking golden hour.
Oh, no, I said we're taking baby away to the nursery. That's at nighttime. No, you said no, we were gonna keep the baby. I just went into alarm mode. No, you did that was the right answer.
Okay, good. I have one thought that I've been thinking about the last week or so that could be something that would come up. Could have come up in the simulator. And I've asked some people that have gone through this. We obviously don't know the gender. We don't know what we got coming out, and I've been thinking, what are you supposed to do for like the reaction? Like the baby comes out, it's Dr. Bill. He goes, "All right, it's a girl." Are we supposed to be like, "Woo!" Like, do we celebrate? I don't know. To me, it's a little bit like when you're taking a dump and
Oh,
somebody knocks. It's just like, "Yep, hey, in here." I never know what to
what do
say.
you mean? You gotta say woo. You're excited, aren't you?
But we're not excited for like it's a boy or a girl. We're just excited like the baby's born. Which Lady G has thought like, I'll be so happy it's out. Like I won't really
Get this
care.
thing out of me.
But I just imagine for the doctor, or the nurse, they're gonna be like, "It's a boy," and we'll be.
Yeah, but
I just don't know how you respond.
you're not like gonna be sad either way. You're excited either way. So the response could just be
Yeah.
excitement no matter what. I mean, don't go,
Is there?
"Oh gosh, what a relief." I think just a woo. A woo is good. A woo is not a preference.
I just think it's gonna be. it's gonna be a fake woo. I don't think I'm a woo
Shut
guy.
up, Dr. Bill. I don't care.
I'm thinking it'll be kind of just like a we'll look at each other, kind of have a smile,
Yeah, I mean,
like a
you have a
silent.
name. You have a name for both genders already picked out, no?
That's
So maybe,
correct. Maybe we'll
yeah,
just say the name
maybe you
together.
respond
Ooh, I like
with
that.
sweet, sweet Deborah. Oh,
I
sweet
like that.
Deborah.
God, it's definitely not Sweet Deborah. No offense to Deborahs out there. Just not a baby name. That's tough to come out of the womb.
I mean,
Look at our sweet little Debbie.
yeah, that's sweet. Sweet Debbie.
I think, yeah, maybe like a little Michael Scott. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time as a human being, the name.
Yeah, that's right. That's good. Well, you're prepared. You're ready for this.
Yeah, I got some more videos to watch, but I will say I have thought in the last couple days, like if it happens now, I might be screwed. I gotta I gotta take advantage of this downtime before pre-labor.
Yep. Is the go bag packed?
Uh, Everything except my stuff. Yeah,
So Lady G packed everything and you haven't done anything?
I have I have not packed any of my stuff, so I could be looking at one outfit
I mean, you're gonna need eight pieces of luggage for sure. So I'd get to pack.
for
I'd get to
sure.
packing. I mean, heck, you it sounds like you're bringing a whole sound system. That's gonna be one case.
I told you about my actually I don't know if I told you my DJ idea. I think that could be a business.
The doula DJ. At this point, you've got like 15 people in the room with all your ideas.
Well, I
You've got
can.
a doula for the
You'll have
dad. You've got a
you'll
session
have
doula
you'll
for the
have
mom. You've got a midwife. You've got a DJ, and you got a coach. And let alone Doctor Aunt Beth's coming in.
maybe a motivational speaker.
Yeah, that's like 6 people in the room, dude. It's a big room. It's a big
Yeah,
room.
and you've got 15 bags. So I got people, you got bags.
All right, Josh.
Hmm.
That's it for the birth simulator. Good job. Let's move to segments. First one, you've got a new one for us.
New segment music.
I'm not a
Um,
dad.
I like that. I like that actually.
I'm not a dad.
This is I'm not a
If you
dad.
didn't know.
So in case you couldn't tell from the from the music, this is a segment I thought of this week. Basically, it is you do something, you think it's kind of the opposite of our Dr. Rick's or formerly known as stereotypes. It's kind of something you do or think that makes you come to the realization that, you know what, probably shouldn't be a dad. I'm not ready for this. I'm not mature enough. And that for me was this past weekend, ordered some Chinese food. Shout out Happy Garden, one of the sketchiest places ever, but a good sketch to quality of food ratio.
Mm,
You love those kind of
yeah,
places.
that's like what I live for. I want to be full.
Hmm.
It doesn't matter how good it is.
And yeah, we got our standard order, which comes with two, traditional boxes of rice. We went through one of them, saved the other, but it was packed in the bottom of the bag, and we didn't know that.
Hmm.
So we put the food away that night, put the bag next to the trash can to go out in the morning. Woke up the next day. I don't know if it was lunch or dinner the following night, but I said, hey, let me have my leftover Chinese. Got my chicken, pulled it out, looked for the rice, couldn't find the rice. I said, I know we had two rices. Where's the other one? I remembered it's in the bottom of the bag. Bag was still sitting inside. Um, and I dug to the bottom, got the room temperature 24-hour rice out, and heated it up and ate it.
I think that's about as dad as you could get, to be honest.
Is it? I feel like that's probably not good. I'm about to have a kid to take care of. I can't just be like, hey, I found this out back. You can eat this.
Nothing. What did dad take more than anything? Wasting food. Nothing's worse than wasting
I
food.
mean, that is true.
I,
I was thinking for myself, it doesn't bother me, but I don't
as
think.
someone who just ate 7 pounds of chicken teriyaki, it is at some point that it was bad. I'm sure it had gone bad. Yeah, wasting food isn't. I also just ate refried beans that my mother-in-law made that she left. I ate those for the past 6 days in a row. So
Mm,
yeah, I think wasting food is a dad trait. But I hear you
you might have.
on the leaving it out. That it gets a little tricky. That's kind of you're in George Costanza kind of territory there.
Hmm. Yeah. Not familiar with,
Oh, sorry.
Costanza, but, for
But
sure.
I do like the segment. I'm gonna keep an eye out for that now on moments where you're like, because I always tell people it's crazy that, for anything in life that is so life altering, you have to apply for it. Being a dad, there's no application. Any Joe Schmo idiot could be a dad.
Exactly. I think that's what it's like everybody says you're never ready, and,
Maybe you should be.
you
Maybe you
know,
should get a little more ready.
maybe yeah, maybe there should be an application.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know how it worked from a biological standpoint, but maybe there's something that, kinda you get approved for that opens the floodgates, if you will.
Yeah, like you've gotta yeah, it would be better. It'd probably be a better world. I mean,
Mandatory birth control.
yeah, and you
Alright, well, we're getting a little
yeah,
deep here.
this is totally not a real idea because that's all that sounds terrible when you think about it, if that was a real policy, but, you get the idea.
Basically, what I'm saying is my kid might be eating some questionable food.
Yeah, yep, exactly. Alright, I have 2 Dr. Ricks this week. It's so funny, I had none before I was a dad, and man, they are flooding in now that I am a dad. Um, I've got a good one. I think it's an all-timer. I think every dad out there can relate, and it is blaming your farts on your kids. It is an all-time move. It is so easy. It's
Mm,
just so accessible. What do babies do? They poop, okay?
mm.
And they fart. And it's just too easy. I mean, blaming it on the dog is a common thing I do, but it's kinda hard. Like, how many times can a dog fart, you know? But a kid, I mean, a baby, that's all they do. So, yeah, I've been doing that a lot. It's been working, getting away with it. And I don't even think Lady A could investigate because he probably did fart too.
That's true. That's true. You've got evidence too. Check the diaper, bam.
Yeah.
That's probably him.
Prove it.
What do you say? Do you have a go-to joke? Do you mix it up? Is that one of those like, "That's my boy"?
No, it's often like, "Oh my gosh, he must have pooped." And I'm like, "Yep, definitely, not me."
Mm,
I ride whenever the blame game's going around on who did it, I let
uh-huh.
it fall on JJ.
Yeah, you don't wanna be the first. Whoever blamed it, flamed it, so that's good.
Yeah, I'm like, "Oh, man, I did hear something from over that direction." So that's first one. Second one is, this one was harsh, for me to realize it was happening when it happened. I
That's never fun.
I, I had called a pal to talk to him. I had to talk to him about some kinda change in plans, and then I found myself leaving him an absurdly long voicemail telling him all about what I was doing that afternoon and that I would be available to chat. Um, and
Wait,
and in the voicemail, I said, "What am I doing?" And I hung up, and I said, "Angela, did
did
you hear
you
that? I just described how I was gonna be working on the patio. This guy, he could care less what I was doing. I just wanted to talk to him about our plans." And yeah, it was a tough moment for me to realize that I was doing that.
did you give the day and the time of day?
Yeah, "Hey, it's Christian Saturday afternoon." No, I didn't do that.
But
I
2:15.
No, I was just like, "Hey, I'll be around working on the patio this afternoon. It's a beautiful day, so I'll probably be out here till 8," one of those. And it was I in the moment, I was like, "Did I just do that?"
How long was it?
Probably a minute and a half.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
That's a
I
speech, man.
also began what a classic thing, you end the way you started it? I ended it like, "Hey, once again, was just calling to discuss
Little
yeah,
recap.
to discuss our plans for tomorrow evening to see if we could rearrange them. Give me a call." Yeah, so the recap at the end was I
Say the number. That's a good one too. Say the
like they don't
number.
have caller ID. Yeah, that's a good one. I've got a great say the number voice. Yeah, I can't say it because I don't want people to know my number. Yeah,
Just say
give
random
me a
number.
call back at 787-295-3636. That's good. That's a good voice.
Very
Yeah.
very deliberate, very clear.
Yep.
I like
Yep.
that. Oh, those are great. Those are good ones.
Thanks, man. All right.
You're really doing it.
It's not even on purpose, is what's so funny.
That's the whole point.
All right, and that's Dr. Rick. And we're gonna throw it back over to Josh for a new segment called "For Dad's Ears Only."
Only
Only for Dad.
I like this. We're gonna start doing this. People might hate it, but we're gonna keep doing it. This is for dad's ears only, and it's as simple as it sounds. Moms, wives, um,
Others? Oh, well, you already said
ladies.
that.
Yeah, moms too. Mothers, moms, all of them. At this time in the podcast, you can turn that volume down. You can
We'll
zone
give you a
out,
hooty hoo when we're back.
put on some of your own tunes, maybe a crime
All
podcast.
right.
I don't know what the moms listen
Yeah.
to.
Don't leave the pod. We're not encouraging listeners to leave. So please stay with us.
We'll let you know when to come back in. But essentially, this is just dads talking to dads, not meant for the ladies to hear. And this is not complaining, about mom or anything like that. It's just, hey, this is from one dad to another dad, something you might be going through. And for me, I would say for the past month, not been getting great sleep. And part of that is because Lady G is not getting great sleep.
Mm.
Obviously, very uncomfortable with a giant belly, being pregnant. But she's tossing and turning all night, gets up a couple times, and I gotta say, it's taking a toll on me in my sleep. And I don't know what the option is. I've thought about the couch,
Yep.
but uh it's just, I mean, it's brutal just the whole night moving, can't get cozy, and I'm over there just getting woken up by it,
You do suffer for
trying to
being
get back to sleep.
overtired.
I know.
I didn't have this problem.
Did that happen to you guys?
No, I mean, I am a known non-sleeper. I hate sleep. I could care less about sleep. So, I'm not the best person. But I've heard of this. I had a really good friend of mine that he, for the last month, and then I think for the first couple of months, slept in another room because the quote was that he was making his wife too hot, hit by his presence.
Yeah, she's definitely become she's definitely gotten hotter in her sleep than she's usually a bundle up in the blankets kinda gal, and right now it's been sheet only, so that could be part of it. Maybe my body heat is hitting her, but it's not fun. And again, they're not listening, so this is just for us as dads. This sucks. All right, hooty
Who
hoo.
knew? Wow,
And
Josh, you've been getting great sleep. So happy for
yeah,
y'all. Hooty hoo, hooty
yeah, it's
hoo.
been awesome. It's been awesome to bond, before this experience for the last couple times as a just the two of us getting to cuddle at night, get some great sleep. Really, we're sleeping so much, it's we can't even wake up. We're just so in a deep state of sleep.
Yeah, you guys are well rested. And get used to that. There's more where that comes from when the baby comes.
Mr. Sandman, I'm bringing you my dreams.
Next segment is observations from strangers. This one's a funny one. It's recurring. It keeps happening to me. And the best example I can think of is DC had this boil water advisory where you had to like drink bottled water or boil your water. So I'm at the grocery store, I'm getting water bottles, and I see a neighbor. And I was like, yeah, just getting water with the boil water advisory. And the neighbor said, yeah, gotta get that water for the baby.
Mm.
And someone else said, your baby looks hot. Can I get them some water? Like just on a random day, we're walking around, it's hot outside. And I don't understand why people think that babies need water. They don't. No water. No waters for baby.
Is that
Yeah, the
true?
baby drinks exclusively milk or formula, which maybe I'm
Wow.
thinking maybe they're thinking you put the water in the formula, but they didn't say that. They said the water for the baby to drink, which is not good. The baby can't do that. It's not like it wouldn't process it.
Yeah, what was their plan there, to just hand your son a bottle of Deer Park?
I guess like it
"Here you go, buddy, drink up."
I don't know what it is. I brought this up to my mom and she said, "Yeah, my like she used to people used to say that to her. I don't know what it is. It's like a weird I guess you just assume that babies need water because everyone needs water?
I will say, I thought where you were going with that was, "I need water too," you know? It's not just about the baby.
No, no. No, the water advisory was over by the time I came back I came back from the store, I had 5 cases of bottled water. I got home, I got the update, it was over. So, it might have just been a scam from the water companies to get us to buy water. It worked on me.
Mhm. They gotcha.
That is the advice from strangers. Score update, not looking good for my Miami Heat. No, a lot of foul trouble. I didn't know that the Grizzlies have 2 players that were on the summer league, MVP list or whatever, so that's on me. Should've done my research.
I've got Hall of Famer Scottie Pippen on my team, so
Yeah, game over for the rest of us. Josh, back to you for parenting you saw this week.
believe it or not, this was actually parenting done by me.
Oh, alright.
A little pre-child parenting. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, is this somebody else's kid? You know, somebody in public or a friend? No, it was actually just Lady G. Um,
Alright, I'm intrigued.
and this didn't actually happen, but we had planned it out to happen. Just didn't work with the whole timing. But we wanted to go to the movies. Well, I wanted to go to the movies. Wanted to go see A Quiet Place. Day one.
Wow, without us, huh?
Com- complete the trilogy. I know. I
Didn't
thought
we
of
see
you.
part 1
I'd
and
love
2
to see.
together?
No, I think just two.
Oh, okay.
Lady G's not a huge fan. She doesn't like anything that's really scary. Which, for those listening, if you haven't seen it, great films. I'm a huge fan. They're not horror movies. Okay, they are thrillers. There's a difference. Anyways,
Alright.
but I really wanted to go, and Lady G had to take a little bit of convincing. And where our movie theater is, it's in walking distance, and also in walking distance from the movie theater is a spot for ice cream. So I said, "Hey, we go to the movies. You watch it with me. You know, you have to cover your eyes during the scary parts, whatever, and then we'll walk and get ice cream after." And her face immediately lit up and was like, "Ooh, ice cream! Let's do this. This sounds fun." And that's how it's done, folks. Dentists, doctors, grandmas, just promise a little sweet treat at the end, and you'll get these kids doing whatever they don't want to do.
The funny thing here, though, is you're not the dentist. It's going to a movie with her husband. So she needed some convincing to hang out with you. Uh, that's awesome.
Yeah, kind of a backhanded insult towards me, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah, if your kid doesn't like going to the dentist, give him ice cream. Also worked on my wife to just spend a good night with me. Good evening with her husband.
Good evening with the old.
Had to sweeten the pot to go on date night. Well, Josh, we come to the part of the show each week. Uh, this is, serious corner talk here. Really important. As men, as we become dads, it's important that we see our tribe, our fellas, and we get some one-on-one time with them and get to take a break, recharge. And so that brings us to, did you see the fellas this week? Josh, did you see the fellas?
No. Christian, did you see the fellas this week?
No. All right, that does it for us for the Other Dads Pod episode 9. Keep us posted, Josh, on pre-labor and all the things. I'm checking my phone all the time. I'm excited for you. And for me, next week I go back to work. Paternity leave is
Oh,
over, so I'm entering a new season of a working dad.
vacation finally ends.
It ended last week, but yeah, it's really ends next week.
Last thing before we go, a reminder, the other dad's pod at gmail.com. The other dad's pod at gmail.com. Hit us up, questions, comments, complaints, whatever you got. We're looking forward to potentially read some questions, going through those on a later episode. But we'd love any feedback from any
Yeah,
listeners.
we'd love to get. I think post birth we're getting into a regular habit of mailbag post Josh birth. And yeah, subscribe and follow. Tell your friends. Share it on Facebook. Share it on whatever social media account you want to. We'd love the support. And we appreciate all your texts and encouragements as we continue to, work on the pod. And with that, some dads watch videos to prepare for birth, and some dads read books. And no dad is perfect.
Thanks for being the other dads. Peace.
Finger guns.
Game 8 of TOD Pick'em goes to Christian. Uh-oh. He's back. The magic of the real coin. He wins the coin toss and he wins the game as the Miami Heat defeat the Memphis Grizzlies in the Summer League championship in overtime. I'm still up 5-3 overall.
Hey Dane, give me a holler whenever you get off work and you can give me a call. I'll answer. I'm just gonna be working on the patio the rest of the day. I think I'm gonna go to Home Depot. Anyway, you don't need to know all that. That's just what happens when you become a dad. Yeah, give me a call. Wanted to talk to you about something. All right, bye.
What's up? This is Christian. Checking out the new mic. I'll see how it works. A lot of background noise. We're gonna see if they pick me up on nothing else. I think I may. There we go. Got to be a lot closer. How about this? Is that better? Yeah. Got to be a lot closer. Okay, so got to be next to the mic in order to hear it well. But I'm talking pretty soft, and Josh is going to enjoy listening to this in the recording room as opposed to hearing it live. It's going to be fun. I'm going to try to put the little foam thing back on. Okay. I don't know if that makes a difference at all. Maybe it's so I can get really close. Gonna take out my mic so I can just talk normal. Okay, so if I talk at a regular voice, this is Christian talking. Hey, welcome to the Dad's Podcast. This is Christian and my friend Josh, and we are two first-time fathers trying not to screw this up. This week we are doing the birth simulator, and I am testing out this mic to see how it's going to work. I think I got to be pretty darn close to it. I'm going to try to put it away now that I'm at a regular voice and see how that works. So this is further away, and I'm testing it out right now. Angela and JJ are sleeping. Angela's got mastitis again. Such a bummer. Hope she feels better. Praying for relief for that. But now I'm going to try it up close again and see if there's a big difference and if it matters that I'm this close. All right, I'm going to go ahead and listen.